All right, so now we'll start on the middle. Now, the middle and the top both have roots which go all the way to the top of the head. It's a little more challenging to work with, especially because as you get towards the top, the strips are bunched in more tightly. Let's see. You have to select enough of the roots to keep it together, but not so much that it looks funny when we run the simulation. So for this, I rotate the camera for a bottom-up view and use the lasso tool. So we go to right-click, selection mode, lasso, and I want to select about 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 rows out from the part in the hair, just so that we have enough to keep it together. So let's see, we'll do this like that. And it's a little harder to clean this up with the drag select tool because, like I said, they're all bunched up and overlapping, but we can still fix that once we do this. Okay, so we'll right click, geometry selection, we will invert, right click, geometry assignment, create surface from selected. This will be dynamic middle. All right, so accept, and then we'll hide the original middle like that. Select the dynamic middle, and you see how we have these little strays sticking up and it's not really a clean line. What we can do with that is selection mode, drag select, and just select these little strays here, and right click, geometry assignment, assign to surface, and we can make this part of the original middle, and boink, and then there's that. So we won't have that one little piece that, fly away thing. Now there's still some gaps and whatnot. We can go through just to make this a little more clean, and select these like so, and on. And two, the line that these make tends to get a little wonky because of how they curve and how close they are to the head, etc., etc. Actually, I don't want that much selected, but I just want this top part up here to deselect that and add that. This, add that, add that, and that, and that. And that, not that. And alright, so right click, assign to surface, make that part of the base middle, non-dynamic middle. There we go. Now we'll have this one side over here that will be a little wonky because it's got teeth missing, but that should be okay for now because this is going to be, now if we view the figure again, okay, now we see that this is, so we've got the very top of the head done. So the next section that we will do with the marquee, this will be the crown of the head, so we'll only go down about this far-ish. Boink. Like that. And then using the drag selection, we'll kind of clean that up. Spoinky, spoinky, spoink, spoink, spoink. Like so. What? And now, that's, like I said, the drag selection will not penetrate the mesh. So, but the marquee and lasso will. That, and then go around, go around, go around, check the other side, zoom in here. Alright, you see how the little selection thing disappears? That means I'm still in the mesh back here. So that's something to keep an eye on. Alright, that looks passable. Alright, so right click, assignment, create surface, and we want to call this dynamic mid crown. And we'll hide that, go back to our dynamic middle. Now what have we got? This is just above the ears. And like I've said, you know, the more subsections that you create, the more dynamic control you're going to have once you start applying all that. Let's see. So check my notes. Right click. Yes. Right. So we've got the ears. All right. So let's look at the figure. Yeah. So it's from the temples. So what we'll do with this, let's go to, all right, we've got the drag selection tool. Now, let's do this to what? How far down? Say, about here. So we'll just mark this, then we'll hide the figure. Then we will go back to let's go to the lasso selection. Hold Control. Then start from here, go up and over. And then back down and around. Around and around and around and around. We'll do it that way and see what we've got now. Okay. So then go back to drag selection, Control, and just paint right across this line, and paint right across this line. And go inside, paint, Control, paint, and circle, 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 right here. Paint, 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 and there we have sides of the head. Right, so right click, assignment, create surface. So we'll say dynamic dynamic middle, what would you call this? Ears, temples, because it goes from the temples down to just below the ears. So we'll call this, I will call this the rim, just because that's not at all a part of the head. That's more like a car part, so we'll call that the car. Dynamic middle. Oh look, we've got little pop-ups here that didn't get selected. Yay, how about that? Alright, so here we go. Select, Control, select, select. And we will say right click, assignment, assign to surface instead of create surface. We're going to assign these to the rim. Click that again and hide it again, and there. Now, all right. Now we view the figure. See where we at now. So we're almost at a point where we can make these front-facing strips separate entities. But not quite. What we're going to do here actually is set those as cheek parts. So we'll just go from here and do a little bit of that right there. All right, so we'll hide the figure since we know where we're working, all right, so Alt, let's get rid of that, that's too much. Control, add that, that's too little. Then we'll go in, go in. And how far down is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Right, so Control, add that. Then rotate, rotator, rotator. Zoom in, there we go. Focus. Right. And peak through here, so just like that, select that, select that. And we could use, if we use the, lasso tool right here, right now, we'd be fighting with getting these overlapping strips out of the way. And when I say fight, I do mean fight. I mean Mike Tyson style, punched in the mouth fight. So Now. And then we will go through this same rigmarole on the other side, because we're not quite ready to split it up into left and right. Do-be-do-be-do. So we get that, we get this, we get that, we get this, and we get that. Did you get that? I got that. There's a couple of spots in here. Squeak, squeak. Or we could just go ahead and create a new surface from what we've got now and then add whatever strays pop up and say, oh, look, hey, add that. All right, so we'll do that. Geometry assignment, create surface. So this would be dynamic mid cheeks. And we accept, and we hide that. And then if we have any strays, which there's one, we'll select that, right click, geometry assignments, assign to surface, cheeks with a CK. How about that, huh? Spelling chant. Backspace. Whoops. There we go. There we go. Now, we go up here. No stray on this side. We're good? We're good. All right, so where were we? Dynamic middle. Now. Okay, so we're right about the part where we can separate these front pieces from the rest of the party. Tricky. All right, so we'll just go brush, 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 brusher, 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 brush, brusher, brusher, brush, 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 brush. Okay, and we'll do that. And then we say clean up here, clean, 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 clean. Spin this around. Clean, 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 clean. And then clean. So, all right. So, and then this will be, go back and look at the figure. All right, so this will be the neck. We'll actually go one more row. Those two. Go around at the inside. And, right. So then we'll say geometry assignment, create surface. We will call this dynamic mid neck left. There's that CK. Neck left. Now at this point, we can actually get this out of the way. Lasso. Oops. Scribble, scribble, scribble. All right. And call that Geometry assignment, create surface from selected. This will be dynamic, middle, front, left. Alrighty. Let's see. I've got a chipmunk in my fan. Front, left.